Kentaro Kawamori, welcome to Bain's Misfits of Scale series, featuring conversations with disruptive leaders who are changing business and society. And Kentaro, you're CEO of Persefone, co-founder also, a climate technology startup that's creating a great first-of-its-kind platform to help organizations measure their carbon footprint. And company Bain itself has partnered with, and we're very excited about that. So welcome, Kentaro.
Thanks, Manny. It's always a pleasure to see you, and we're so pleased to be partnered with Bain. And now that you've labeled me a misfit, I know exactly what you all think of me over there. Thanks for having me.
That's a term of loving endearment, Kentaro. So let's start with the obvious question. Why should businesses and companies measure their carbon footprint anyway?
Very simply, climate change and climate risk is financial risk. You know, Larry Fink from BlackRock came out and said that a couple of years ago, and here we are about 2 years later, and you have everyone from the SEC here domestically in the US to financial regulators in Japan, the UK, and the EU getting ready to push out climate disclosure requirements. That's incredibly exciting for me because we always live by the maxim that sunlight is the best disinfectant. So the more companies we get disclosing their carbon footprint, the swifter action we're going to see to combat this important topic, because the clock is running out.
Well, speaking as a company ourselves that's committed to be net zero carbon by 2030, I guess the question is, will it actually make a difference? You know, can businesses really affect our planet's prospects here?
I'm the eternal optimist on this. I think not only can we make it happen, but we will make it happen. That is the power of the markets, and that is the power of us coming together as a global community to come fight this thing. You know, time's running out, and we don't really have a choice. And so it's going to be hard. It's going to require collaboration across the political spectrum, across public and private markets, into the consumer base. But I'm very optimistic that we will. And we're seeing an incredible inflow of talent and capital into the space. And so I'm confident we're going to see the technology, business models, and consumer demand to solve this thing.
Let's chat about how you got into this space and your ambition. You're Forbes 30 under 30, youngest CDO at a Fortune 500 energy company, and then you raised $100 million to build Persephone. It was the largest venture to date in a SaaS climate startup. So what got you into this space, Kentaro?
Yeah, I have to say, every time I hear the Forbes under 30 and youngest CDO thing now, it just reminds me of getting older every day. Because as my wife reminds me, I'm now on the wrong side of 30. So thanks for that reminder. But it's the ability to build a great company that has an enormous impact far beyond the traditional metrics of business. You know, so we are a for-profit company. We have fiduciary duty to our investors. We have a duty to our employees and teammates, but we also took on a duty to have a greater impact on the planet. And so it's an incredible moment in time when the forces that make capitalism great and make it one of the best systems on the planet for effecting change. It's definitely not perfect, but it's the best we've got, in my opinion. And we now can wield it as a tool to fight climate change.
All right, let's pull back a little bit, my friend, and maybe you personally, startup CEO on the wrong side of 30. By the way, I'm on the right side of 60. You know, with a new toddler. And how do you keep yourself focused, grounded during this crazy world we've been in?
For me, it's all about work-life integration, right? I have the distinct privilege of having been able to set our own course, starting our company with friends that I've known for a long time, and with folks that have to come in new and become friends and teammates along the way. And that's really, you know, a mentality that I've carried through my personal life and my professional life. And so I don't think there's any one single answer, but what's always guided me really well is having the distinct privilege to learn from the best and taking the best of each. And that's one of the great reasons I've always enjoyed our chats is you've been always very generous with your advice and experience. And so that's been certainly formational for me.
It's two-way learning, and that's something that I value. You know, people can mentor each other from very different experience bases. So where do you go from here, Kentaro? What's next for Kentaro and for Persephone?
The countdown is ticking down by the second, and so where do we go? We go with the most rapid pace to the only destination we can, which is to bring our technology and our impact to as many companies as possible globally. And along the way, we hope that Persephone will emerge as the category leader of being the software company that has defined a whole new generation of use cases around climate software and data, and has democratized that to make that available to as many companies as possible.
Kentaro Kawamori, leading Persephone and making a difference in our planet. Thank you for everything you're doing, and thank you for joining us at Misfits of Scale.
Likewise, thank you, Manny, for the partnership and investing just as much time and effort into this important topic with us.